Hey, what's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to talk about why I wish I grew up in the 2000s. Now, I already made a video about like wishing I grew up in in the 1990s, but I kind of realized the 2000s would be better because the 2000s everything exploded. The world was going through a lot, and we got a lot of cool stuff there in the 2000s. And I'm going to name my top 10 reasons why I wish I grew up during this good, insane decade. Uh, First of all, leave a like on this video. And if the comments are turned on, you guys can say, tell a decade you guys wish you grew up around. Do you guys wish you grew up in the 2000s, the 1990s, the 1980s, the 1970s, the 1960s, anything like that. But I like making these type videos. But in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys why I wish I grew up in the 2000s and what I would have thought about it and what would be so different compared to now, 20 years later. But anyway, so number 10, I would go with the atmosphere. Well, technically, obviously, it did look like today because there wasn't black and white crap, but it would be pretty cool to step outside my apartment. It's 2000, man, and just stare at the sky, seeing people running around on their skateboards, going to the store and crap like that. But I think the atmosphere would be pretty cool. So that's my reason. Whoops. Number 9. I would go with maybe the sitcoms and the TV shows because the 2000s was like pretty much the last time we had funny TV shows. I don't even watch TV shows anymore because they're all crap. But I mean, SpongeBob existed then. The Simpsons were around. Family Guy was around, I think, also. So these TV shows, but also there was like way other TV shows besides that. There was so much more. Friends was not over yet. It had like 4 more seasons until it was over. But yeah, I would probably say the TV shows would be another reason I wish I grew up because it would be pretty cool to just sit my ass down, turn on TV and watch a very cool, funny sitcom back in 2001 or whatever year. So yeah. Number 8, I would go with probably the fashion. The clothes today we have, obviously, it's a little bit different, but clothes were changing so much when it was the 2000s. Everything was changing, obviously. So it would be pretty cool to grow up in that kind of different fashion and all these clothes changing, and it would be pretty cool to do that until the 2010s arrive. So I would say the clothes and the fashion is another reason, the hairstyles and the other crap. So yeah, the clothes, the fashion. Number 7, I would go with probably maybe the social media coming. It would be pretty cool, like, seeing Facebook arrive and, seeing, like, everything change, just like fashion and crap like that. But social media and growing up at the time YouTube first came, it would be pretty cool, because I would, like, upload a very insane video back in 2005. But, yep, the social media and the apps and all this, the Google and crap like that, all coming up. So, yeah, the social media. And, yeah. What are we on? Number 6 we on? I think we're on number 6. Number 6... Oh, I'm kind of forgetting now. So number 10, I said the atmosphere. Number 9, I said, oh, I think we're on number 6. Okay. I will go with probably the video games, because at that time, PlayStation 2 was popular. PlayStation 2 was all over the place. We had the original Xbox, we had the Nintendo coming around and crap like that and all that. But it would be pretty cool, to go into GameStop or whatever game store and go get a PlayStation 2, man. No PlayStation 4 yet. no Xbox One yet, just get a PlayStation 2 and load that up. And I played the PlayStation 2 once, and it's my favorite console. My favorite console ever. But it would be pretty cool to buy one and play it in the 2000s, just not worry about other crap. The PlayStation 5, screw that. Just play the PlayStation 2 all day long. So, yep. So, I'll put this as PlayStation 2. Growing up with the PlayStation 2 for number 6. And number 5, I would probably go with the growing up during, um... Number 5, I would go with, maybe school. Because school, I've looked at the evolution of school in, like, high school things. But school was also pretty good during the 2000s. From what I heard and searched up, there was, like, I saw videos. Kids were having so much fun during school in the 2000s. There was everybody laughing. People not vaping pretty much. People not going on TikTok and crap. So it would be pretty cool to, grow up at the time, going to school in the 2000s and graduating like in 2010 or something. And, it would be pretty cool, like, growing up at that time. So, yep, no TikTok, nothing. Just growing up without social media, technically, kind of. And, going to school and, not getting obsessed with TikTok and crap like that. So obviously, the school. Number 4, I would go with maybe the movies. See, movies today suck, but growing up in the 2000s with movies, there were so many good movies like Avatar from 2009. There was The Incredibles, Shrek, Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. Growing up with that would be insane. And seeing all those 3 movies in the theater, the movies were just insane, man. And, it would be so nostalgic, 20 years later, I'm probably like a 40-year-old man in another universe, and just saying, wow, I was so young watching that movie. I think the movies were insane, better than today. That's why I love the Tobey Maguire movies. And, growing up with that would be insane, the movies, just like the TV shows. Number 3, I would, and if I actually missed out a number, that's alright. But number 3, I would go with, the phones, because the phones we have today, iPhone, but growing up at the time iPhones came out, Steve Jobs, but growing up around that time, it would be pretty cool to see how phones change and crap, and me getting my new phone, the iPhone 1 back in 2007, it would be pretty cool. But the phones, yes, the phones, growing up at the time with these cool smartphones, whatever you have, and, yeah, so I would say the phones. That's a pretty good reason. And number 2, I would go with, I might have to say, growing up during these events, 9/11, um, I mean, 9/11 was all over the news, but growing up during 9/11 would be pretty different, because I would be like, wow, what the heck going on my TV and seeing that on the news. I would say America's turning into a disaster. But seeing that happen wherever I'm at in this universe in 2001, and it could even be at school, we even hear the news. But yep, growing up during 9/11 would be pretty different indeed. Very, very different. So yeah, 9/11. Yeah. And number 1 would be the frickin' music, man. Today's music is absolute bullshit. We do not have Naya Sky Move Your Body anymore. We have nothing of that. But in the 2000s, I mean, there wasn't really Tupac and Biggie. I made a video about that also, 1990s one, so go check that out. But there was 50 Cent. Eminem was already exploding with popularity. And there was also Usher, and there was Dr. Dre and crap like that, Snoop Dogg. But growing up around music of the 2000s, it's like the 1990s. So the music in the 2000s was better today. I would love to go get my albums and play them and just crack them out all night long and crap like that in 2000s and just listen to Eminem. But I think that's all I pretty much can say. Let me know what decade you guys wish you grew up in. I would say the 1990s and the 2000s are the decades I wish I grew up in, unless I might change my mind and do it for another video. But those are the top 10 things I wish I grew up during the 2000s, and today's world sucks. I wish I grew up in the 2000s, but anyways, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.